Hey guys, so I'm gonna go and tell you guys this other story that I have, and just some kind of thoughts towards what I learned. So I'm one of those people, I love to absorb a lot of information, and then I'll ponder about it for a very long time, and then start seeing it out into the physical world. So I've seen lots of videos about illusions and reality, and I would just listen to it, and I would sleep about it, and I would just think about it throughout the day, and I was like, is there truth to it? So you know I'm hoping you guys know what illusion is, but it's just how I see it is just it's a kind of like where it's feels that it's so real. You know how there's like magic tricks that magicians will do, and it feels so real, but you're like, where is it? Where is, what are they trying to hide, kind of deal. And kind of like that. So it's kind of like a magic trick. It's kind of how I see how I would describe what an illusion is. It seems so real, but it's really not. And it's like so tangible. It's like, but in reality it's not. And I saw a lot of videos about this for a very long time, and I would sleep about it, and I was thinking in my mind, I was like, how is this applied? Like, I'm not seeing it, because I want to see it like in real life form. And in the video I was saying, it's happening right now, I was like, where? Like, I don't want to, like, why can't someone just tell me, give me the answer? And I thought about it, and I was like, I did. So I think a lot of people, when you get older, you realize that we're just images of each other, kind of. And there's a reason why you attract certain people. There's a reason why you're watching the videos that I produce, because I am some kind of, like, there is some kind of attraction here. Of why, like, I am some form where you have thought of whatever I'm saying, or just your beliefs, stuff like that. So there's a reason why, and there's a reason why people are in your life, certain beings, and you're like, or reason why certain situations you are in, and you're wondering why I don't get it, like, how, and all this stuff. And really, it's all about our thoughts. And that's kind of what I have been saying this entire time, for this whole channel, is that we are all connected by our thoughts. Not because of certain similarities of, of looks or likes or, stuff like that. There is a certain way of your thoughts are connecting with mine. That's all it is. And I went and did a video about, where you didn't see my face, because when you see someone's face, guys, you go, on camera or in physical form, and it feels so freaking real, especially when they're right in front of your face, because you can, touch their skin. They're like, that feels so real. Now through video, it's like kind of ish, but then if they keep appearing over and over and over and over again, then they feel more and more so real to you. And so when you go and see, that person, it's so, it's right there, and so you take it at face value, kind of. And then in the video that I did, nobody seems to want to watch it, I don't know. And so I did a video where we're looking at my fan, and I'm just talking to you guys, because the whole point is I want to get across to you guys that we are all connected by our thoughts without even saying anything, without even having to do an action. We're all connected somehow by our thoughts and the way that we think, and that's all it is. And meaning that it's basically one conscience, and people that are not there yet will not understand what the heck she's talking about. But in reality, let's just say that you don't see my face, you would not even have certain ideas of me. But then when, let's say, you just see the scenery and I'm just talking to you and you can hear my voice, we are connected just by what I'm saying. And so that's kind of what I want to get across with you guys, that's all we are. We're just connected by one conscience. That's what I'm trying to say. And so, everything around you is an illusion. And I'm going to go and tell you guys a personal experience about this, because it took me a very long time to try to understand what illusion. I don't understand. Doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so there's this person that I met, and I would go and help her out, kind of. And when I first met this person, I could tell we're both on the same wavelength. At that very moment, I was having an anxiety. I don't know if it's an anxiety attack. I don't think it was an anxiety attack, but I was having major anxiety at that very moment. But I was covering it up because I didn't want the other person to know that I was having this, because first time meeting, I mean, that's kind of weird to say, oh yeah, I'm having an anxiety moment first day that you're meeting me. But I was trying to cover it up. So I was just being my normal self, and I was helping out, and I think we were on the same vibration because she had a lot of anxiety inside within her in general. And when you get older, if you have a lot of anxiety, it means that you are worried about the future. That's what you're thinking, that you're worried about the future, kind of. And so we were both kind of on the same vibration, and so in a way we both attracted each other. And I would go and help her out, and I would go clean up her place, I would do household chores, I would go and take her to places, blah blah. And we would have long talks about life, trying to understand things, or just talk about past experiences and all this stuff. And I felt deep down, oh, this person is like me, but it was interesting because her place was a reflection of herself, and she couldn't seem to understand this. And she was in a hoarding situation. It was like a hoarder, and all she wanted to do was be very healthy. That was her end goal in life, is she wants to be healthy and be fulfilled and feel genuine happiness, was what she really wanted. And her place was just very messy, and there was a lot of dog poo everywhere, and she majority of the time would refuse to get out of bed, kind of deal, unless coaxed out somehow, or and she couldn't see that she could do anything. And I would do all these things to help her, and would encourage exercise, and I thought about it for a long time, and I was thinking, what if I'm a reflection of her, what she wants? Someone that's really healthy and genuinely happy, and I'm here to help her see that light, that she can achieve that. And I couldn't seem to understand what was it that kind of illusion that I was experiencing. And it finally clicked in my head. And I was looking around, and we had this deep discussion about just our thoughts towards money in general. And I was, I was telling her, I don't actually, I don't even think what I thought. I don't. It was mainly more about her, and she was telling me that she felt that she didn't deserve lots of money. And I was like, huh? And I was like, okay. And she had this life where when she was a child, her parents were her dad was in the government, and he made bank. Like, we're talking about tons and tons, like having a huge house, servants around the clock kind of deal. And she had everything was given to her. And then as an adult, she has this nice home, but it's filthy. And couldn't see that she could be healthy and all that, and would make all these excuses to not do certain things to be healthy. But she knew how. Everyone knows how to be healthy. Like, come on. Like, go exercise, go eat right, go and have things to look forward to, and go do the things that you love. And she loved to dance, and felt like she couldn't go back into it anymore, and because something awful happened. And she would constantly think about this certain thing that happened I think like 20 years ago. And it was that very moment she was stuck on. And I was like, And she was talking about how she felt like she could never go and beat her boogeyman kind of deal. And I understand when other beings have inflicted so much pain, like nobody's business, like in her case physical and emotional. I've dealt more like emotional pain, not really physical pain, like nobody's ever beaten the crap out of me, but I felt deep emotional pain from certain beings. And for her case, it was both, and it was a lot. And I totally understand it, but she didn't want to go and do the steps to get through that. And, I was doing everything possible to get her to the other side mentally. And like, hey, like, you can be healthy. I know you can. You can do the things that you love to do. And she would make all these excuses. Like, for an example, like she would say, oh, it's a gorgeous day, wish I could go out. Well, you can go out. You have the abilities to go out. And the response would be like, oh, I just burn. What? You used to have a job where you would go outside all day and you were fine, but all of a sudden you're saying you're gonna burn like just in 5 minutes under the sun? Okay. And so I was like, like I was like, this must be the illusion. So I thought about it, and I was like, what if she is the illusion of how I felt inside? I just didn't know it. So when you look at my place, it's pretty clean, and it's, I'm put together and all this stuff. And I've always thought in my mind, oh, I deserve, all the abundance. And when she said out loud, oh, I don't deserve all the abundance, I was like, maybe that's what I felt, and I didn't know it. And so I was like, oh. And there, majority of the time, she would go and bring down my mood. Not like say mean things, but in a way of just pointing out everything bad in general. And just like little things, oh, my dog got in the way and I couldn't move, or something like that, or my food order wasn't correct, kind of deal. And she would just go on and on all day long. We're talking about like 24/7, around the clock, and it would bring down my mood. And then I remember I would leave exhausted. I was so exhausted, out of my mind. And I was like, wow, like I mean, I've never felt like that exhaustion, as if I ran 10 miles, and I didn't. I was just sat there talking. And I just, I felt this connection where we were having these deep discussions, and, understanding her and her understanding me. And, I think we were on the same wavelength. And then when she said that I don't feel I deserve all the abundance, it just clicked in my head. I was like, that's what it is. So we attract beings or situations on how we feel internally, when it's not even showing up. It's not even showing up in a way that we think it is. So how we feel could be showing up, how we feel internally, not based on how our house looks or how we present ourselves outside. And how you really feel inside might be just very different than what you really think. And I was like, wow, like maybe that's how I felt, because I was seeing all this stuff around. I couldn't seem to understand why the heck was she holding on to all this stuff. And stuff resembles, if you look very closely, items resemble an attachment towards some kind of situation. And if you look very closely, like look around your room, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That the reason why you have certain things in your house is a certain attachment to some kind of emotion or situation that you're remembering. And I was like, I don't really have that many items, but I was seeing all this stuff. I'm like, why the heck does she have all this? And I was like, what if this resembles on how I feel? It's not really showing, in my place, but what if I am attached to stuff? I don't even know it. And it just clicked in my head. I was like, that is my illusion. And I told myself, I need to get out of this situation. Like, I am seeing the illusion, and this is telling me that this person was meant to teach me about how I felt inside, and I didn't even know it. Like, I thought I, went and, I was healthy, and I felt pure happiness, and I've been feeling that, and I am in good spirits, and I couldn't seem to understand why was I attracting this in my life. And it came to me. And so, guys, what I'm saying is, look around of the situations that you are in, not even just like, and look at the people, and they're trying to teach you something, guys. Like, how you gotta see it is, you are the main focus, and how your perception, that's all chosen. You choose it. And how I see it is, like, what I really recommend to people is, on your your lock screen, go and have your lock screen to be of like a restart button. If you can't even like picture yourself in your mind to restart, like, this is a brand new day, this is new opportunities for me, this is a so many lessons out here for me to learn today and to experience. Like, we are just here to experience. That's it. We're not here to go and accomplish things and be grandeur and to, find meaning and, go and whatever. Like, yeah, I think a lot of people view as we're supposed to accomplish something. But, what I've noticed is that life is just for experiencing, and it's by frame by frame by frame. So each and every minute is, even a second, every single second is a frame. So 1 second, 2 seconds, it's a frame. Everything is by frame. And so if you go and remind yourself, you wake up and it's a new frame, meaning like, okay, brand new movie, okay, restart this, okay? And then you go and experience what there is, and you're gonna go and see things on a different way of why you're in certain situations, why there are people in your life and you don't understand why that is. Know that every single day is a new restart button, pretty much every single day. And this person asked me, oh, well, when you go and do something awful, let's say like you went and like killed someone, I guess, and technically it's not a restart, I guess, because let's say you went to prison. I was like, okay, yeah, you do have a point. When you go and do, let's say, your restart, and you go and, if someone went and killed someone, it's because they're reframing back to something that hurt them, and then they want to go and lash out, or they're just crazy as it is. And then the justice system rolls in, and then it decides where you're going to be for the rest of your life, kind of deal. And let's say you get landed into jail, I guess, for the rest of time. And let's say you follow this method of what I said. It's a restart button, kind of. And you're in this jail cell, right? Well, guys, so obviously there are consequences to what you do and all that, but it's the way, like I said, it's perception and how you go and frame everything in your mind. So let's say you're in this jail cell, like you did something wow, and it just got awful. You can go and use your imagination to live a whole other experience. And I know that in jails you can read books and experience things, and also depending on if you're able to go and talk to people and all that, you can create that community. And so yeah, in a way, every single day is a restart. But when you go and do something that is so major, where it decides the rest of your life, yes, it will go and make it seem different, but it's still the same, guys. It's just a restart, but yeah, you are stuck in one place because the justice system said that that's where you need to be. But you can go and reframe everything in your mind and kind of imagine yourself somewhere else, kind of. And that's why it's so amazing what our brains can go and do. And what I think, when you are, having, I guess a lot of people say when you're in jail, it's kind of like a long timeout time in daycare kind of deal. And, if they allow you to go and write, how amazing it is that you can go and put yourself somewhere else in your mind. So say you're in your jail cell. You can put yourself somewhere else in your mind and go and experience all these things, and you can go write it down, and then one day, someone will find it and that experience will be shared out, and you go and teach someone your movie, and I think that a lot of people go and get it confused, I guess, but that's just how I see it, that every single day is a restart button. And people seem to forget that because they keep seeing something or experiencing something that happened years back, and it's all an illusion, guys. And there's a reason why you're attracting why you are in whatever situation you are in. And a lot of people, they'll go and get angry and start doing whatever, start shouting or start running around frantically and all this stuff. And I get it. I was there once. And once you start to go and slow down and start to be able to step out of your body and see what is going on and assess, like, why am I in this situation? Like, that's not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I was so confused in my mind. I was like, this isn't where I'm supposed to be, to go and hear someone gripe about such mundane things that don't even matter. Like, it's such little things that happen throughout their day that was god awful, and it was bringing me down. I was like, I don't understand. Like, I don't think this is the situation I should be in. And I kept asking, what is the illusion? What is the illusion? And I finally saw it. And look at yourself. Like, if you look at your place and see what I'm saying about, is there some kind of attachment to that thing to go and of that certain situation? That's why you're keeping it, some kind of experience. And think about that. Or if you don't even have that many items like me, go and look around the people that are around you and ask yourself why. Like, what are they trying to teach me? What is the illusion? And is this where I should be? Is this? So I hope that this helped you guys to really question yourselves and see, is this where I should be at? Whatever situation that is, whatever beings are around you, or misunderstandings of life. Just stop and think to yourselves, what is that illusion? So every time you walk in the door, ask yourself, what is the illusion? And then you go in your car, what is the illusion? You're gonna go and start seeing things in a different way. So I hope that this helped you guys. And let me know down below, do you guys see the illusions around you?